Welcome to Papercraft Possibilities. This is Susan. Today we're going to go over a large order that I'd received for product that is going to be available to the general public on March 4th, I believe it is. And we were able to, as we always are as demonstrators, able to get a hold of these products prior to that date by about a month, so we have time to play with them and learn how they all work so we can share that with you so you're ready to jump in and do your thing on March 4th. So I'm going to run that intro and we're going to show you the product order or suite that I'm going to go over is the one that's called On the Go Suite. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Stampin' Up, I can show you this product, but I can't show you the catalog until March when everything comes out. But I would encourage you, if this is something that you like, is to get a piece of paper and a pencil or pen or whatever. And by the way, this will be a pretty long video, so grab yourself a drink, your favorite drink. I've got my Diet Coke sitting over here to the right. And just take some notes as to what you might like so you can get in there and grab it on the first day. Some of these things tend to disappear on the first day. So let's get going. The first one is called On the Go Suite. I've made some notes here so I don't forget anything. And we're going to go over the paper first. And I have undone this because I wanted to see if any of the dies, as they often do with Stampin' Up, cut out some of the designs in the paper, and from what I can tell they don't. So anyway, so let's go over some of these papers, and you get two of the designs in this particular grouping, and this is the front side and the back side. And I think what I'd heard, let me double check, this color is Strawberry Bliss, I guess, and it's a color previously had by Stampin' Up, and it's coming back. So it's just kind of a little intro into when our new catalog for the whole entire year comes out in May. They kind of give us a little hint. So here's that. Here are some shipping tags. And on the back of the shipping tags, we have the geo tags. And inside the geo tags, hopefully you can see that there's little tiny hearts. So this could be used as a nice background paper. And look how well that goes over here with this paper. I like that. Here we have some hotel keys. My husband and I, several years ago, probably think 5 years ago, were in Europe. What's funny is they still use real keys in a lot of the hotels over there, the smaller hotels. So I think I'll be using this on my European pages. So that's the front side. Here's our back side. Very good background paper for scrapping. And here we have, these all look to be, for the most part, 4x6 cut-aparts. But again, you could fussy cut any of these and use them on just about anything that you have. And many of them have journaling lines in them. And here's the back side of that. And here we have luggage and backpacks and umbrellas. Let me pull you out just a little. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, you're still going to be able to see some of my stuff off the side of my desk, but with this video, I think we need to do that so you can see everything. But see, this one has passports, umbrellas, backpacks, luggage, and these would be super easy to fussy cut to use on your pages. Here is the back side of that. Look, you could really use those two very easily together. One's more of like a linen print. This one is a wave. And here you have more luggage tags, if you will. And, excuse me. And they're more of like a cartoony type look to them. But I've got some pictures from Disney World. I think these would be really good to use on those pages, you know, with the bright primary colors. So I think I might be looking for some of my Walt Disney and Disneyland pictures. And I love how these two look together. I just like tone-on-tone prints, just something I've always liked, personal choice. So that is the paper collection. Here is the stamp set. And here are the dies. And let's see if I can get the glare off of there for you. The as I said, I looked at these dies, and from what I can tell, unless someone can tell me differently, these dies don't match up with any of the papers to cut out the designs. But I love how you can go in and cut your own hotel key out. Here's the old timer keys for the older hotels, or you know, if you're making vintage photo pages, this would be perfect. And these are little hang tags, and I think they would be great to use with these little boxes that come in this collection, or I should say suite. So there are those. And this is a red rubber stamp. So if for those of you who like to know that. And some of the sentiments on here are, there's a date area. There's congrats, enjoy, today marks an adventure, you're going places. That'd be great on a graduation card. Life's detours are better with you. Welcome home. Far away but close at heart. That would be cute for someone who's in college and you're sending them a little gift or card. These are the colors that come in this suite. And I think that would be Shy Shamrock, Strawberry Bliss. And I don't know that off my top of my head, but I am getting better about the colors. Here are some puffy stickers that come with the set. And I want to show you because at first I thought they were going to be, let me open this. I thought they were going to be really thick until I realized, and I started playing around with them, that there are 2 sets in this package. So they could be used on cards or scrapbooks and not add a lot of dimension. Hopefully if I hold this sideways, let's see, you can see that they're not that, you know, they don't have that much depth to them. So I'm gonna put that back in the package when we're all done here. And then these fold up. I'm not gonna take one out because I wanna keep them all nice and safe here. They fold up to make a little piece of luggage, which would be really cute, like if you're going with a group on a trip and to put some treats in this and just kind of give it out as a little favor. You could be using this as a bon voyage gift. Anything you could use these for, but they make little pieces of luggage, but you could use that as like a little purse design. Also, I have a granddaughter that I plan on using it for Easter and putting some things in for her. So all kinds of things that these could be used for. And what fun to decorate those. So I'll be sharing those with you in the very near future. Put that aside. Now we're going on to the lovely, let me pull one of these out of here for a minute. This is called the Lovely Garden Suite. And I really like this. In the decorating world that I'm still somewhat part of, the whole grandma's house decorating wallpaper is completely in. So I think this is completely on trend, this collection. So again, it's called the Lovely Garden Suite. Let me put these things aside for a minute. And I'm gonna show you the papers first. And again, what I did is I opened this all the way up because I wanted to see if I could get any of the dies to match up with the papers. As again, often Stampin' Up will do. I couldn't see that any of them matched up. So if anyone knows any different, let me know. So here's one of those prints. It really resembles, for those of you who are familiar back in the day with Waverly fabrics and wallpaper, that's what this reminds me of. And here we go with this paper. I think this would be great if you had football pictures or Super Bowl pictures. This particular paper on this side, I think would really go well with the other yellow floral designs we have out right now. And I should also mention that these things that I'm showing you today, these 3 suites we'll go over, are exclusive, or not exclusive, they're exclusively online. They're not going to be in a catalog anywhere. So what I have found easiest to do is to take the suite name that I'm showing you here and just type that into the search bar up at Stampin' Up. So Lovely Garden Suite. And then you can also order a lot of these things that are in a suite individually, but it's much more economical to order them as a suite. If you like everything, you're gonna save some money by ordering it all at once. And again, what I love about Stampin' Up is your inks and your Your Stampin' Blend markers, they all match the colors on these papers. So here's this one. For some reason, this one looks very Hawaiian to me. Here we have more of a green floral. I really like this one. A tone-on-tone paper. And this is just a real nice little dainty print on there. It looks like it's leaves on there. Could be little tiny, tiny flowers too. And this one has a black background on it. Almost looks more like a charcoal background. And some hydrangeas and some other flowers. Almost looks like a freesia flower. And a black wonky plaid. Here's a yellow and green. Again, I think this would go really well with that other grouping of paper, or the yellow and white paper florals that are out right now. And here is a black stripe. Again, can be used with anything. I think this would look good with the paper that we discussed. That, let me see if I can find it. That there, if you wanted to use it for football. And if you're not familiar, again, when you receive papers, or it's even in the catalog or online, you can find it, is, because these aren't going to be in the catalog. On the back here, you'll see all the details, but it'll tell you the exact colors that are in this group of papers, or in this suite. It's basic black, blueberry bushel, crushed curry, garden green, fresh freesia, and melon mambo. So if you wanted to, if you want your inks to match up with your paper, you could go ahead and order those at the same time. And going on, we have, this is a, let me see if I can get this out for you. This is, it looks like a, yeah, it's an 1/8 of an inch, fresh freesia colored velvet, or I should say faux velvet ribbon. And it's really pretty. I can see this being used on a wedding page or a baby page. But it goes really well. See that? Let me see how we tie in a bow with this, how we do. Let's see. It is going to add a little bit of a bulk to a page. But again, I think in scrapbooking, I think you'd be okay. If you're milling cards with this, something, a personal choice you would have to make. Let me see if I can hold it up better for you. There we go. So, or if you're hand delivering a card, that'd be fine too. But I liked this so much, I went ahead and ordered 2. So I have 2 of those here. So in the suite, you will only get 1. And here's the stamp set and die set that goes with this. So your sentiments here are: you make a difference, with love and thanks, thankful for you, friend, and some texturing things, or you could use them as the center of the flowers. And then there is the stamp, and you can see how large they are. They're a lot larger than what's on the outside of the packaging here. This is the actual size. So it's pretty big. They're probably the length of, you know, all my fingers from here to here. So here is the die set that comes with that. And I think there are 2, let me open this up. I was playing with everything last night. Yeah, there's these 2 sets that will cut out the flowers of the stamps. Put that back in there and keep them together. I'll come back later and put them on some magnetic sheets. There's that. And then in this set, we have some masks or stencils, but Stampin' Up! Calls them masks. So you've got some layering here, and I believe it makes both of these flowers. And almost always, let me make sure I'm right, I haven't opened this, obviously. They are normally numbered. Yes, they are. It's very hard for you all to see, but up here you have a number. And so you're going to be doing 1 flower over here and a different flower over here, and you can do them at the same time or only do 1 at a time. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stencils. What I think would be fun to do is to do all of this and stencil the flower and mainly the hydrangea, which is right down in here. And then I would take the dies, come in here with this die and take these and cut them out and lay them on top of the stenciled area that you did so you get a real 3D effect. I think that would be a lot of fun to do. In fact, I think I will do that another day. Really like this paper. Just happy. And who all is ready for spring? Because I am. Okay, and my last collection or suite here. I want to confess that I made a little bit of an error when I ordered this. I thought I was ordering the entire suite, and I did not. So there are some pieces in here that belong to the suite. And this is called Botanical Textures and Suite. And I'm missing the stamp set and the gems and the dies that go with this collection. So I'm going to go back and order them. So if you're ordering the whole suite, just know that you're going to be you're going to be getting what I don't have is the stamp, the dies, and the gems, which are the little flat enamel dots. So let's go over the papers first. And there's 2 sets of papers that go in this suite. And they're very unusual from what I've seen from Stampin' Up so far. Open this all the way up. They're very, like someone has taken a picture, excuse me, of some baskets. So here we have this one. And in this grouping, you get 3 of each print. So there's that side and this side. And I think these papers would be phenomenal for scrapbooking. Cards too, but I think just personal choice. I think some of the prints might be a little too large for card making, but that's just me. You do you, right? But this is the flip side of that one. Then we have this one. And we have this one. Looks like a sisal rug. I like that. I think these would be good for beach photos. They'd be good for travel photos. Gosh, just about anything. Masculine pages would be awesome on these. So here is this next one. Flip that over, and it's very hard to see, but it's a very light tan linen print. And I love this one. Perfect for Father's Day. And this one just looks like you're diving in the middle of that basket, doesn't it? So many things could be done with this paper. I could see using circles on this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have fun playing with these. So there's this one. And whoops, that was the third one that went with that. So there's that set in the suite. Now there is this other grouping of paper that comes in the same suite. These are all black and white prints, which again can be used for absolutely anything. But you've got masculine, feminine, anything. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. So I think this would be fun to put some textures with. You could also come in with your Stampin' Blend markers and you could color the background in these. And here you've got 2 of each piece in this collection. Here is a good, just textured print. Good on anything. You could use this anywhere. Cards, scrapbooking. And here is this one. I have the full, black background. And here is more like, it almost looks like wood design. So like a wood bark, but it could be used again for anything. This one, again, you could come through and add some color to the background if you wanted to. And here's more of a, what I would say, a wood design. This one would be very easy to add some colors to with Stampin' Blend markers because you've got all of these areas that could be filled in. And I'm planning on doing that. I think I'll be making a card with this. And here is, again, textured background. when I first saw this, what I thought of, and most women can see this if you've had children, this reminds me of an ultrasound picture. Don't ask me why, but it does. So if you've got any ultrasound pictures, this would be a great piece of paper to use for that in scrapbooking. And here's more, these are more blacks and grays in that tone. And here is a more textured print. Here is what we have with a black or white background. And let me show you the flip side of those. There's that. So that's the black and white paper in this collection. And, oh, you know what I forgot to show to you? In the last floral collection, we'll back up for a minute. These are the gems that come with that floral collection, which was the, let me see, Lovely Garden Suite. These are nearly almost all the way flat. So these are great for cards. I actually picked up 2 of these when I sent in my order. So those are called Starburst Sequins. Anyways, so that's that. Then this one, I'm absolutely looking forward to using. Great for cards and scrapbooks. It's, if you remember the corrugated paper we used to see a lot in shipping packages, that's what this one will do. And there is a new card set that's coming up, or you could be used for anything, but I can see using this. So when we get to that card or that stamp and die set, I will mention this again, but you put a piece of paper in there, close it down, run it through your die and emboss machines, and you get a corrugated piece of paper. Here is some ribbon that comes with this suite, and it has kind of a linen-y look to it, but it's a pure white. And so just remember, this suite also comes with dies and gems, dies and stamps, I should say, and gems. So there's that. When I get those in, I will show those to you too. So those are my suites. Now I want to go over my new bundles. Again, these will only be available online, and this one is called All Zipped Up. And I've had a lot of people, like when they saw it, they're like, I don't know what to do with that. So I played around with it last night, and I came up with this. And I didn't finish it all up, but what I want to do here is I'm thinking about using this as a Father's Day card and going back to our fishing set and making some fishing lures and things like that sticking out of these pockets here. And I think that would be a really great thing. But I'm going to have to do a video on this because it took some finagling for me. Let me get on screen here to figure out what went where and how to use the dies. You can kind of see how they come here, and it was a little confusing. So we'll do this together. I'll make up a card and I'll teach you how to use it. But I thought this could be used, and someone could use camouflage fabric here or paper and make it like a hunting jacket. The other thing is the ripple that I just showed to you, the embossing folder. You can use that in here and maybe make a textured like puffy jacket for winter. So many things that this could be used for. And when you're able to see the catalog, you'll see they've made it really girly, if you will. And they've used the heart and the flower dies and kind of stuck them over here. And they've also used the red rubber die to do that. I didn't know this. I just noticed that there's like a bunch of dots here, and you could use that to do tone-on-tone texturing on your jackets. And then your sentiments are, let me put this back in there. Hoping your day is the best day ever. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Zipping by to say hello. So there is that. So we'll work on that together on another day, but I wanted to show you how that comes together. My pile's getting big over here. Then these two sets, he's the greatest and she's the greatest. I think that these should be purchased together, and the reason being is For instance, this one is $24, this one's $17, and there's stamps only. Pardon me. And this one says, like, for instance, Happy Mother's, World's Greatest Mom, World's Greatest Mom. And then you can use this to do World's Greatest Dad. For the coolest, for instance, here's that, for the coolest grandpa, for the coolest grandma. So you want to have these kind of finishing out sentiments to go with either the guy side or the mom/female side. There's also things in here that say dog, cat, a little picture, if you can see that, of a cat and a dog. Someone in my life is a really crazy plant lady, we call her, so we could always do plant mom. And then there's things in here like my granddaughter calls me Nana. That's great. And then before my in-laws passed a couple months ago, I used to call them my bonus parents. So, and I know sometimes when you're a step parent, that kind of thing, you get called bonus mom, that kind of thing. So this covers all of those. When you really want to personalize your cards to your family and friends, I think these are going to be the key. So, and they're very inexpensive. So she's the greatest and he's the greatest. Then we have the Pattern of Friendship. And this is kind of an unusual set. Here we have all the sentiments, and here it's just stamps, photopolymer. And let me read the sentiments to you. Thanks for being the best. Bestie, happy birthday. Thinking of you brings a smile to my face. Let's keep in touch. You bring so much joy and laughter to my life. And friends are the family you choose for yourself. Isn't that the truth? But this is the die that comes in the bundle. And remember, when you order Stampin' Die bundles, you get a discount. So just FYI. So this die really doesn't, I mean, they can be independent of one another. So if you don't necessarily want the die or the stamps, you can order one or the other. But again, you get a savings with both. This is the die, which adds texture to your paper. So hopefully, I'm going to hold this up to the camera. Hopefully you can see the texture that adds. You're going to be able to use the scrapbooks, cards, gifts, just about anything you want to use this on. And as you can see, it's, I would say, a 6x6 size, so quite large. I just love it. And it would be fun to actually take these and cut these rows there and then use them in borders on, again, just about anything you want to use it on. I just like the texture that it adds. So that is that die. And the die and stamp set. Again, order them together and get a discount if you like them both, or order them separately if you just want one or the other. Then our last one is, this is a standalone die. And this is a new one that'll be available again March 4th. These are the edge, or some of them are not the edge. This one and this one cut into the middle of your paper. Keep getting off screen today. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out the designs. So I believe this one, one of these is this one right here. Hopefully you can see it kind of puts an embossing here on the side. There you go. You can kind of see it. So you would do this on the side of any card, or I could see you just moving this over and over again and doing it on a 12x12 scrapbook page. Here are the ones that cut in the middle of your paper, and obviously hearts. I could see braiding this with some fabric, so running your fabric in and out of it. And here is this one right here. And with either one of these, what I would think you could do is cut this out multiple times in different colors of paper, and then do an inset and lay your inset of different color cardstock into those holes. And this one would be great for doing it in the fall too, and just doing your different colors of fall colors in there. Here is another cut. I loved this one. I thought it was pretty feminine. Let's see if I can, there you go. You can see it better there. That floral paper, this would be fabulous with. There's that. And one last one. Here is what that cut looks like. So this one I think would just be a staple in your set. And again, it's called Fancy Borders. So give that some serious thought. Now I wanted to show you because the Sale-a-bration, as you know, there were some new items added to Sale-a-bration and it ends just in a couple weeks. So if you'd like, I would encourage you all to get in there and order some items. These all items I got for free. So some are with a $60 order. Some is when you go to, I think it's 120, you get more items. So something to think about if you're going to place order. Just make sure you pay attention to your total, and if you're that close, just order something small to send you over the edge to the next amount, and then you can get some items for free. This is, I think it's fresh freesia. Let more. Oh, that's a different language, I think. Where is it? Petunia Pop is the color, and I believe, trying to look at how wide it was. Anyways, it's Petunia Pop. And again, I thought this would go with some of those floral papers. This one is, oh God, what does it call it? Midnight Navy, I think. And it has gold glitter in it. And I thought this would be perfect for some cards again for guys, because I love when you use navy and gold together for gentlemen. I've gotten several of these and I send these out with my thank you cards to my customers. I just cut these apart and send these out to you. So I've been able to accumulate several of these for you all who order with me. And this one came free with a $60 or more order. And I was so excited about this one because I've been using my Close to My Heart alpha dies. And these I'm just so excited about. And I'm going to use these with, when I run them through my die and cutting machine, die and embossing machine, I'm going to put them on some sticky paper and run it through with that. So it's a double-sided sticky paper. And when I pull it out to use these, I'll make sure I mention where I get it from. And that way you don't have to mess around with putting glue or anything on these because they're thinner cuts. But I mean, these are perfect for scrapbooking and they were free. And here you have not only your alpha, but you have your numbers too here and an ampersand and an exclamation mark. So, pick these up. And what I like too is I was looking at these last night and several of the letters, there's double in here. So you have, like, for instance, 2 A's, there's 2 E's. So you can eliminate having to run a lot through and just do it all at once here. So, and they're tall and skinny. Again, I think they're absolutely perfect for scrapbooking. So those are called Alphabet a la Mode. And hopefully they're not sold out on there. But this, I mean, even with a $60 order, yes, that's no problem. This was free with a $60 order. And as many of you know, we moved to Washington about 1.5 years ago now from Arizona. And I thought a lot of this looked like succulents and the type of designs you would see in Arizona. And this is a photopolymer set. And as you can see here, these items are a lot bigger than what they show on the front. So what you see on the front isn't always what's on the inside as far as size goes. So, I mean, here's the size of my hand, so you can see how big those items are. Again, I think these would be perfect for scrapbooking and cards, but a good size for scrapbooking. There's that. This one was fun. This was a free with a $60 order. It says, all day your way. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Like a little... What I think I'm going to use this for is it looks like a little pom-pom. I'm going to put it on the top. This looks like a megaphone, actually. And I'm going to use it as a birthday hat. So, and then I have some cheerleading pictures I need to document too. So I'm put the pom-pom up here, or if it's a megaphone, I'll just cut out the little part here and do some fun stuff in there. So going back to the sentiments, hooray, happy birthday to you. It's a good day to celebrate, and just some confetti here and a little award. So there's that one. And this one came with a $120 order. And this is a photopolymer set. And again, if you've gotten our corner designs recently, these are just more to add to it. And there is the inside, so you can see just how large those are. In scrapbooking, this would be a great corner piece, just because the size is wonderful. And you could even take this and fussy cut that. So these items were all free. I mean, come on guys, that's a big deal. So go in and make sure to take a look at Sale-a-bration. It ends the end of this month. All right, on to the next few things. These are things that I had just gotten that are out there on regular items right now, just because I needed them for my collection. So again, I think the easiest thing to do would be to go in, and if you like these, look into the names and just search it up at the top when you're in the Stampin' Up website. And I will leave my link to Stampin' Up down at the bottom of this video. And also I will leave my hostess code, and I do appreciate when you're using that. Thank you very much. So let's read these together. You matter to so many, grateful for the everyday magic of you. With the deepest sympathy. That reminds me I need to get a card out today. So sad. Happy birthday. Congratulations. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. I love that. Thank you. May the good you do come back to you. Awesome. Awesome sentiment. Nothing fancy, just love. Here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. Awesome. So this is a cling stamp, a red rubber stamp. And there are no dies that come with this. I also wanted to show you something that I've just recently started doing. And I'd seen someone else doing this and I thought it was great. All of my labels, I'm going to start, things where I could place sentiments. I'm going to go ahead, pardon me, and start cutting them out and keeping a library of them on some scratch paper. And the reason being is that I can come in here and hold this up to something and go, okay, does it fit? Instead of having to worry about going through all of my dies to find if it fits, I can just use this on my desk. For instance, that one would work out great. This one would work out great over here. Keep in mind too, like we've talked about before, is these sentiments can be different sizes inside. So I would stamp this out on a piece of paper, then put your die samplings over that to make sure that it's going to fit. But I'm going to get busy and get all of these done, so they're right here at my desk. So there's that. And my pile is bundling, or just getting up there. So here are the mixed labels, and these are the ones that I had punched out, but they're under some stuff right now. But it's called Mix Labels, and this is a cling stamp again, so it is a red rubber stamp. And this says, thank you, happy anniversary. Your kindness made my day. You're pretty wonderful. For a great friend. Just a note to let you know you're on my mind. I'm so glad we're friends with sympathy, pardon me. So this is called Mixed Labels. And this one I've been wanting for a little while, so I was happy to add this to my collection. And perfect for so many things. Lightly text or stamp this in the background on anything, just to add texture. And you have some like splatter things here that you can add in scrapbooking, and adds a lot of texture to a page. And this is a cling stamp, meaning red rubber. So there you go. And we'll get into using this so I can demonstrate this more for you. Pardon my sniffling. Then these items were on the last chance ordering. And to be honest with you, Stampin' Up! Doesn't make these easy to find. So I would, again, go up in the top search bar on Stampin' Up! Site and, sorry, all of a sudden it gets stuffy. Go up to the top and type in last chance. And if not, type in the words of the stamp and you'll find these. But last chance just means, first of all, they're very inexpensive. But the other thing is that when they're gone, they're gone. So if you like these, I would encourage you to get in there and grab them while you can. So let's go over these. This is just a die set. I couldn't find the stamp, and I might go back and try and find it or see if someone else has it. But this is the floral, off camera again. This is the floral piece out of the largest one that's in there. And I just thought it was beautiful. So I can see using that on a lot of things. I have a scrapbook page that I think would be really pretty with this that I'm thinking of using it for. This one is called Magnolia Mood Dies. And if anyone's out there and has the die set and they don't want it anymore, let me know. I might be purchasing that from you if I can't find it through the site. So Magnolia Mood Dies, and that one is priced at $17. Then we have this one, and this is just the die set, no stamp with it, I believe, and it's called Simply Sparkly Dies. And this one had like a soda pop can in here. It has a lemon, it has a strawberry, it has some cherries. But the main reason I got it was for these bubble designs, because I want to go through and cut them in some scrapbook pages, and then I will be laying a different color behind the cutout to show off the bubbles. I thought they were great for, you know, a bubble bath, swimming, that kind of thing. And there's two different sizes on those. So these are called Simply Sparkling Dies, and they were $5.60. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, and the fact that you can just use a lemon, strawberry, that kind of thing on here, you could use them on so many things. There's like a half orange or a lime up here. So there's that. This one is called Snow Day, and this was $10, and it's just the stamp. And since we're experiencing snow for the first time here where we live now, I've got a lot of pictures of snow. So, and these sizes are perfect for scrapbooking. So go for it. It says Unforgettable Memories, Wonderland, What Fun, Better Together, Snow Day, Magical Moments, and Brr. So there's that one. And these are last chance ones, and these were $19.20, which you can't beat because it's a stamp and die set. And these were from Close to My Heart. So they're just clearing out the last of the Close to My Heart designs and dies and things. I wanted these for my collection because it's great for scrapbooking, and I'm going to be giving one of these away. I bought two of them. I am going to be giving one of them away in an upcoming awards that I have going on my channel. So keep your eyes open for that. But these are called, they were in the last chance sale, and they're called Secret Garden Scrapbooking. And you should know with all of Close to My Heart stamps, you not only get the stamp, you get the magnetic sheet where all your dies go. And you'll know by looking at these, if you're new or you've never heard of Close to My Heart, everything outlined here on the outside of their case that's in blue, that means there's a die for it inside. So there are those. And just a few last things. I picked up some glue that I wanted. And I'm finding that I like this. Like I use this for really, this is called the Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. You can put a really tiny end on this. So I like it when I have really tiny spots. But when I'm using like say a card size piece of paper and it's a full size piece, I want a little bit more glue to come out, so I'm using this one for that. So I've got two different glues on my desk always that are available to me. So there's that. This is some twine, and the main reason why I picked this up, and then this I think is just still in the normal section. It wasn't necessarily on sale, but again, remember I mentioned the this ribbon that I had that was a Night of Navy, I believe is what it's called. That's the color of the navy blue color. It has the gold fleck in it, and I thought I could use some navy twine with it. These colors are just beautiful, I think. So those are called the Natural Tones Linen Thread. And I picked up some new blades for my cutting machine, some white envelopes for my card classes. I'm sending out a lot of items for my card class, which I thought I could dig out, but now they're buried. But I have a card class going on every month, and I sent you out everything you need to get through that class. I cut everything for you. The only thing I can't do is any stamping. And I also send the envelope to go with them. So there is that. And that video was, I think the last one or the one before where I went over that class. Then I picked this silicone mat up. So I've seen other demonstrators that have been around for a while. It's a silicone craft sheet, where they run their tape on this with their cards and stuff, so your tape doesn't, if you overrun the edge of your card, so it doesn't get on your other surfaces. So you tape on this all the time, or glue, and then just put it aside while you're working on the rest of your project. I'm needing ink refills. I'm going through my inks quite a bit, so I picked these up. And I try and pick up these items that are a little bit pricier. When you order a certain dollar amount, you can get one item for 50% off, and I will choose to do these or our stamp colors, stamp families. I think there's 4 or 5 or 6 color families. And I will order all those inks at one time because you get 50% off when you order a big bundle like this. So these are my ink refills. And last but not least is I got my Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch, and I think this was on sale. Don't hold me to it. I couldn't find this again, so I don't know if it's sold out, but you can get like a, let's see if I can hold it up here. You can get like a ticket into it, or there's one that, I don't know if you can see this. It's more like a scalloped edge, and you can use different widths of paper here. So this is a 1-inch strip. So you stick that in there until it stops, and then you punch. See, now I've gone to scalloped edge instead of the ticket edge. And I'm gonna do this side too, but you could, you know, just do one side and then cut it off and use it on things. So I've got that one for my collection. And I think that does it, you guys. A few other things I ordered. I ordered some white paper to have in stock, some other, you know, card stock, but not as fun as looking at all this stuff. So I hope you will get a chance to think about some of these things and put them down on a wish list. And come March 4th, I'll remind you of that day, and you can get your orders in so you can get the things that you want on your wish list and they don't disappear. So if you have any questions, please leave them below. I hope you will subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. I would appreciate that. And until next time, bye-bye.